Walmart employees are spilling the tea, and trust me, you're going to want to hear it. With years of experience on the floor, they've seen just about everything when it comes to how people shop. The smart buys, the big savings, but also the shocking mistakes that could cost you way more than you realize. Yes, even you might be falling for high-priced traps disguised as great deals. Today, we're exposing 12 Walmart items that employees warn you should never put in your cart. Some of these will make your jaw drop, especially the number one item on this list, which is quietly draining your wallet without you even noticing. Spoiler alert? Most shoppers grab it thinking they're being smart. Sound scary? It should. Stick with me until the end of this list because avoiding just one of these buys could save you hundreds of dollars and a whole lot of regret. And while you're here, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel, your go-to channel for uncovering the secrets big stores don't want you to know. Ready to shop smarter? Let's get into it. 12. Plastic storage bins. If you've grabbed those clear plastic storage bins at Walmart thinking you found the perfect budget-friendly solution for organization, brace yourself. Walmart employees have seen this common purchase frequently backfire. Their warnings should send a chill down your spine. Why? Because these bins are a disaster waiting to happen. They might look practical on the shelf, but their true nature reveals itself once you start using them. The plastic is alarmingly thin. So thin that even a minor misstep can turn your storage solution into shattered bits of disappointment. Lids that should snap into place securely tend to do anything but that. Many buyers quickly find themselves wrestling with warped lids that don't align, leaving your contents exposed to dust, pests, or worse. And the handles? They might look sturdy, but don't be fooled. One wrong lift of a full bin, and you'll be left holding a broken piece of plastic while your belongings scatter everywhere. But wait, it gets worse. Employees report that the moment you try stacking these bins, it turns into chaos. The weight of the stack causes the bottom bins to bow under the pressure, popping their lids open and creating an avalanche of clutter. For anyone hoping to create a tidy, organized space, this is the stuff of nightmares. Imagine spending your hard-earned cash just to wind up with a cracked, disheveled heap of what you thought would help keep your home in order. Here's the scary truth about these bins. They're the definition of false economy. Sure, they're cheap at first glance, but when they fail under even the lightest of use, you're forced to buy replacements over and over. It's a never-ending cycle of frustration and waste. Employees strongly urge shoppers to avoid this trap and instead opt for more durable alternatives. Brands like Rubbermaid or Sterilite offer options that can actually handle the job. Yes, they cost a little more upfront, but unlike Walmart's flimsy bins, they won't leave you scrambling to pick up spilled contents or your shattered hopes for organized living. Trust the workers who've seen it all. Using these bins is like setting your money on fire. Save yourself the headache and invest in storage solutions that won't fail you. 11. Mainstays furniture, bookshelves, desks. If you're eyeing Mainstays furniture on Walmart's shelves, stop right there. Employees are unequivocal about this so-called budget-friendly brand, and their insight is flat-out terrifying. Sure, these pieces look like great deals at first glance. They're cheap, compact, and even a little stylish in the box. But once you get them home and assembled, the nightmare begins. Here's the harsh reality of Mainstays furniture. It's built from weak, low-density particle board that's just one light shove away from splitting apart. Screws often strip during assembly, leaving you with wobbly joints and zero confidence in your newly built desk or bookshelf. Employees often hear first-hand horror stories from customers who bought a Mainstays piece only to find it shaking like a leaf barely a week later. Got books? Better invest in a solid backing for that shelf, because Mainstays bookcases are infamous for sagging under even a modest load. And desks? Don't even think about typing while resting your arms. The constant creaks and instability will make you want to scream. It doesn't stop there. If you're moving to a new place and think you can disassemble that bookshelf or desk to bring it along, forget it. Mainstays furniture doesn't handle transitions well. In fact, it rarely survives a second assembly. One Walmart associate compared moving these pieces to handling a time bomb. Try to undo even one screw, and something's bound to snap. But the scariest part? Mainstays furniture is deceptively appealing to first-time buyers or penny pinchers. You want a quick solution, but you're signing up for endless frustration instead. The moment these pieces start leaning, chipping, and falling apart, you realize you're left with a pile of junk that was only designed to last long enough to sell. Moving, upgrading, or replacing them only adds to your headaches and expenses. Employees are crystal clear. Avoid Mainstays if you value your time, patience, and money. If you're in need of furniture, spend a little more upfront on sturdier alternatives. Solid wooden pieces, metal frames, or modular furniture will actually deliver the longevity and reliability you're looking for. When it comes to furniture, buying cheap almost always means paying twice, or worse, living with constant regret. Don't fall into this trap. Skip Mainstays and invest in furniture that won't sabotage your sanity. 10. Air mattresses. If you've ever found yourself in need of an air mattress and thought Walmart had you covered, think again. Employees have revealed the grim truth behind these products, and it's downright chilling. What seems like an easy, affordable solution for guests, travel, or emergencies often becomes a nightmare by the time you lay down for the night. The horror story begins with the material itself. Walmart's air mattresses are often made from subpar materials with a single purpose in mind: profit. The seams are weak, the valves are unreliable, and the plastic is so thin that even slight friction from movement, floor surfaces, or bedding can puncture it. Customers frequently complain about waking up in the middle of the night on a fully deflated mattress, stuck on the hard floor beneath them. If you've shelled out money thinking you've scored a deal, imagine the frustration of realizing that your new air mattress is already a lost cause. Why do these mattresses fail so fast? According to employees, it all comes down to poor design and cheap construction. Seams split under moderate pressure. Valves refuse to hold air properly. And although most of these products include patch kits, their results are rarely long-lasting. Sure, you might patch a hole for one more use, but leaks often reappear elsewhere, leaving you in an endless battle with a mattress that won't stay inflated. The scariest part? Many of these mattresses look perfectly fine in store. They seem thick, comfortable, and durable until you actually need to rely on them. Then it's hours of frustration, discomfort, and disappointment. For guests or emergencies, these failures can turn minor inconveniences into outright disasters. No one wants to wake up flat on the floor, and no one should have to gamble on a product that's almost guaranteed to disappoint. Walmart employees recommend skipping the no-name generic brands entirely. Instead, invest in air mattresses from reputable brands like Sound Asleep or Coleman. Yes, these options cost more, but they come with reinforcements for leaks, reliable valves, and a design that actually prioritizes your comfort. When it comes to a good night's rest, don't take shortcuts. Cheap air mattresses might save you a few bucks up front, but they'll leave you wide awake with regret. 9. Small kitchen appliances. Walking through Walmart's kitchen appliance aisle, it's hard not to be tempted. Brightly packaged blenders, toasters, and sandwich makers seem to scream, "Buy me, I'm cheap." But according to Walmart employees, these seemingly harmless gadgets are an expensive trap dressed up as a bargain. Behind their budget-friendly price tags lurks a catalog of complaints, frustrations, and regret. These compact appliances, especially those under 25 size, have earned a notorious reputation among shoppers. They're some of the most frequently returned items in the entire store. Picture this. You excitedly bring home a shiny new toaster, only to realize after a few uses that it's already broken. One Walmart associate admitted that the phrase they hear most from irate customers is, "It stopped working after 2 uses." A toaster that can't toast? A blender that struggles with bananas? These are horror stories straight from the aisle of disappointment. The problem starts with cheap construction. These appliances are often built using weak motors and low-grade materials that simply can't stand up to daily use. Buyers report nightmare scenarios like buttons sticking or popping completely off, motors overheating, and blades so dull they can't slice through soft fruit. Imagine waking up in the morning, ready for that first smoothie to kickstart your day, and realizing your bargain blender is too underpowered to function. Breakfast has turned into a battle with a piece of plastic and metal, and you're the one losing. Employees warn against falling for the low price tags, especially with Walmart's in-house Mainstays brand. These devices are designed with profits in mind, not durability or performance. What seems like a deal at first quickly becomes a money pit when they fail and leave you running back for another replacement. The worst part? The frustration and wasted time that come with trying to salvage a product that just wasn't built to last. Instead, employees recommend steering clear of these discount disasters and investing in reputable brands like Ninja, Hamilton Beach, or Cuisinart. Yes, the upfront cost is higher, but these brands deliver reliability, power, and longevity. A quality kitchen gadget is a long-term companion, not a fleeting fling that leaves you disappointed after a week. When it comes to kitchen tools, buying cheap often means buying twice. Don't learn that lesson the hard way. 8. Laundry baskets and hampers. Grab-and-go laundry baskets and hampers line Walmart's shelves, promising to make your least favorite chore just a little bit easier. They're colorful, lightweight, and above all, inexpensive. But don't be fooled. According to Walmart staff, these bargains are anything but. Beneath their cheerful plastic exteriors lies a series of problems that will have you regretting you ever picked one up. The biggest red flag with Walmart's budget laundry baskets? They break. A lot. And it doesn't happen after years of heavy use or severe overloading. No, these baskets often crack, warp, or outright collapse within just a few uses. An associate shared a grimly familiar story of customers returning with handles snapped clean off after carrying a single, modest load of laundry. The plastic used in these baskets is so thin and brittle that even light pressure can cause it to split. And if you're dealing with bulky items like towels, jeans, or bedding, forget it. You'll be lucky if the basket makes it down the hall without splitting wide open. But it doesn't stop there. The structure of these baskets is another flaw. Try navigating stairs or carrying one across uneven surfaces like carpet, and you might as well surrender right away. Many customers end up doing the dreaded laundry walk of shame, struggling to carry their clothes in their arms because the basket gave out mid-task. Not only is it inconvenient, but it's also embarrassing and downright demoralizing. A simple chore shouldn't feel like a constant game of, will this basket survive? Walmart employees strongly advise against these low-quality options, recommending shoppers spend a little more on reinforced plastic models, fabric-lined hampers, or those with flexible steel frames. These options are built to handle real-life household stresses like stairs, heavy fabrics, and heavy use, all without disintegrating in your hands. The truth is, skimping on quality here won't just cost you money, but also time and unnecessary aggravation. Once you've replaced your fifth busted basket, you'll understand that durability is always worth the extra investment. 7. Wall clocks and budget home decor. At first glance, Walmart's home decor aisle feels like a treasure trove for the budget-conscious design enthusiast. Stylish wall clocks, trendy mirrors, and colorful frames beckon shoppers to take them home. But beware! Walmart employees have a stark warning about these too-good-to-be-true decorative pieces. Behind their low prices and chic appearances lies a mountain of problems that only reveal themselves after you've made your purchase. The issue here? These items are all about appearances and nothing else. Cheap materials and flimsy craftsmanship ensure that these decorative items are destined to fail you sooner rather than later. Wall clocks might look great when hung, but employees have reported countless returns for clocks that stop working within weeks. And it's not just the mechanisms failing. Customers have complained about the clock hands falling off altogether or simply getting stuck, rendering the product completely useless. A clock that can't tell time? That's a deal breaker. But it's not just clocks that disappoint. Budget-friendly home decor, like photo frames, faux plants, or small storage accessories rarely hold up. Paint begins to peel, frames warp under minimal pressure, and some pieces can't even survive being unpackaged without damage. These items are mass-produced with the lowest quality materials to ensure maximum profits. What looks like a chic addition to your home quickly becomes clutter destined for the trash can. The worst part? You'll likely find yourself rebuying the same pieces multiple times because they simply don't last. This defeats the purpose of saving money in the first place. Imagine trying to refresh your space only to end up with decor disasters that force you to start over again and again. Employees strongly recommend skipping Walmart's cheap clocks and accessories in favor of investing in higher quality durable decor from trusted brands. Spending a little more upfront often means getting pieces that won't just look good but actually function as intended. When it comes to decorating your home, don't gamble with Walmart's budget home decor. These items are a ticking time bomb of disappointment, and no one wants their stylish upgrade to turn into a regretful downgrade. Choose quality over cheap thrills every time. 6. Cheap shower heads. You might be tempted to snag a bargain shower head from Walmart, thinking it's a quick upgrade for your bathroom. They sit there on the shelves, shiny and promising, boasting sleek designs and super low prices. But trust the warnings from Walmart employees. These cheap shower heads are nothing short of a plumbing horror show. The nightmare begins as soon as you install one of these budget options. Made with flimsy plastic and poorly sealed connectors, these shower heads are ticking time bombs. One day, they're working fine, and the next, you're watching water spray in every direction except where you need it. Employees say the most common complaint they hear is, "It started leaking by the next morning." Yes, you read that right. Install it today, watch it fail tomorrow. The internal seals wear out almost immediately, and to make matters worse, the plastic isn't designed to handle heat or water pressure. Over time, which often means weeks, not years, that thin plastic casing warps, cracks, and essentially crumbles in your hands. And as if that isn't irritating enough, the pressure on these models is laughable. Imagine standing under a weak trickle of water, struggling to rinse shampoo out of your hair. Suddenly, your relaxing shower feels like a torturous chore. Shoppers also complain about uneven spray patterns and weird high-pitched noises every time they turn the water on. Talk about aggravating. Some heads are so poorly designed they'll squirt water sideways or directly into your bathroom wall. You set out to make a small upgrade, but instead, you're left with water damage and soggy regrets. Walmart employees strongly urge customers to skip these low-quality options and go for trusted brands like Moen or Delta. These models may cost more upfront, but they pay for themselves in durability, sleek functionality, and steady, high-pressure flow. A shower sets the tone for your entire day. Don't sabotage it for the sake of saving a few bucks. When it comes to cheap shower heads, you're just flushing money and patience down the drain. 5. Walmart brand bath towels. At first touch, the bath towels lining Walmart's shelves feel like a cozy dream come true. They're soft, plush, and priced to fit even the tightest budget. But Walmart employees have revealed the terrible truth behind those fluffy store-brand towels. What seems like a steal at first becomes pure regret once laundry day rolls around. Here's the scary secret no one tells you about these towels. That luxurious softness? It's all for show. After just a few washes, these towels turn on you. Instead of staying fluffy and absorbent, they transform into thin, rough, sandpaper-like rags. One employee didn't sugarcoat it when they said, "They go from cozy to cardboard overnight." It's not an exaggeration. These towels shed fibers like crazy, leaving lint behind on your body and in your washing machine. What's worse, they lose their absorbency after just a couple of cycles. Imagine drying off with a towel that feels more like a stiff sheet of plastic than fabric. Customers also complain about towels becoming shriveled and wrinkled, no matter how carefully they're washed or dried. And it doesn't matter if you buy a set in crisp white or vibrant colors. They fade quickly, looking worn out and sad within weeks. The biggest frustration comes when you realize that replacing these towels isn't just inconvenient. It's a waste of time and money. What's the point of buying affordable towels if you're constantly rebuying them? Employees are adamant that Walmart's budget bath towels aren't worth the savings. Instead, they recommend going for mid-range cotton towels or higher quality options like Turkish cotton. Believe it or not, Walmart carries better towels if you're willing to spend a few extra dollars. These durable options stay soft, absorbent, and fluffy even after dozens of washes. High-quality towels might seem like a minor luxury, but they're a game changer for your everyday routine. Don't fall for the illusion of Walmart's store-brand towels. The only thing you'll be wrapping yourself in is regret. 4. Shower curtain liners. Shower curtain liners. They're one of those bathroom essentials we don't think too much about, right? Just grab the cheapest one and call it a day. But Walmart employees are issuing a chilling warning about their bargain shower liners. What looks like a harmless purchase on the shelf is actually a breeding ground for headaches, mold, and mildew. These ultra-thin liners are made with low-quality plastic that's practically designed to fail. They rip and tear from the simplest of tugs, leaving you with water spraying onto your bathroom floor. And that's just the start of the nightmare. Walmart shoppers quickly find themselves battling another disgusting issue. Employees report that these liners trap moisture like a sponge, turning your shower into a perfect environment for rapid mold growth. Within just a few days of use, dark spots of mildew start creeping along the bottom edges of the liner. And once you've spotted it, you're already too late. That moldy smell? Yep, it's lingering no matter how much you try to scrub it away. One customer recounted to an employee, "I pulled it off the rod and you wouldn't believe the muck growing on it." It's enough to send chills down your spine. And worse yet, every time the liner brushes against your legs while you shower, you're in physical contact with that bacteria-riddled mess. Employees strongly advise avoiding these flimsy, disposable liners altogether. Instead, spend a little more on a mildew-resistant liner with weighted edges and proper ventilation. Not only do these thicker liners hold up much better, but they're also designed to prevent water and bacteria from pooling at the bottom. The peace of mind alone is worth the extra cost. If you thought a shower was supposed to help you feel clean, think again. A cheap Walmart liner turns it into a battle against mold, leaks, and frustration. Save your sanity and your skin. Don't fall for the bargain bin options that leave you with regret hanging in your bathroom. 3. Walmart brand light bulbs. Walmart's store-brand light bulbs might catch your eye with their bright packaging and tempting low prices, but they're the kind of purchase that will leave you in the dark, literally. According to employees, these are one of the most returned items in the lighting aisle, and the reasons will make you think twice before putting them in your cart. What seems like an affordable way to light up your home quickly becomes a frustrating cycle of flickering, failing, and flat-out disappointment. The horror begins within days of installation. At first, these bulbs work fine, but it doesn't take long for the problems to show. Customers frequently report flickering lights, inconsistent brightness, or, worst of all, complete burnouts just weeks after buying them. One Walmart insider described it perfectly, saying, "People come back holding dead bulbs like they've just escaped a never-ending loop of déjà vu." Yes, you're buying bulbs that promise years of life but barely make it through a couple of months. And it's not just about replacing them. If you've got these bulbs in tough-to-reach fixtures like vaulted ceilings or stairwell lighting, you're in for a nightmare. How much is your time and effort worth when you're dragging out ladders every few weeks to fix another burnout? It's a hassle that no one expects, but it's exactly what these budget bulbs force you to deal with. Then there's the issue of uneven lighting. Some Walmart brand bulbs emit inconsistent or dim glows, ruining the ambiance of a space. Oh, and don't be surprised if the color temperature advertised on the package feels way off. What should be warm and cozy might end up feeling harsh and clinical, leaving rooms looking uninviting and cold. The truth is, these bulbs aren't worth your time. Employees urge customers to invest in trusted lighting brands like GE, Philips, or Sylvania. Sure, they're pricier upfront, but they last much longer and provide steady, reliable light. One quality bulb can outlive 5 bargain ones, saving you not just money, but the sanity of not having to hunt down replacements every other month. Don't leave your home lighting to chance. A flickering bulb is more than annoying. It's a glowing reminder of a wasted purchase. 2. Generic rugs and floor mats. At first glance, Walmart's generic rugs and floor mats might seem like a sweet deal. They look stylish, come in trendy colors, and seem perfect for adding a cozy touch to your home without busting your budget. But here's the chilling truth that Walmart employees want you to know. These generic rugs are a trap, and it won't take long for you to realize it. What starts as a stylish upgrade quickly unravels into a mess you can't ignore. Literally. One of the biggest complaints from shoppers: these rugs are safety hazards. Sure, they might look good sitting under a table in the store, but once you lay them down at home, the nightmare begins. These rugs slide across hardwood or tile floors faster than you can say, "accident waiting to happen." If you've got kids, pets, or older family members, that slipping rug is like a booby trap just waiting for someone to take a tumble. It's not just an inconvenience. It's a dangerous mistake disguised as decor. And it doesn't stop there. Walmart employees say these rugs are known to shed fibers like crazy, leaving your space looking messy and your vacuum working overtime. The edges start fraying as soon as they hit the floor, and if you try to clean them, forget about it. Many won't survive even a single trip through the washing machine without the backing peeling off or the color fading. You paid for something to make your home more comfortable, but instead, it feels like adding clutter to your space. The worst part? These rugs wear down so quickly that they're barely worth the hassle of lugging them home. They flatten out underfoot in days, lose their padding, and end up feeling rough instead of cozy. Employees recommend ditching these generic options and going for high-quality, low-pile, non-slip rugs from reputable brands instead. Look for reinforced edges, washable materials, and rugs with secure backings that stay put on the floor. Buying a cheap rug might seem harmless, but in the long run, it's all cost and zero comfort. Protect your home, your wallet, and your peace of mind with something that lasts. 1. Extended warranties for home goods. This, right here, is the trap that Walmart employees warn about most often. The extended warranties pitched at checkout might sound like peace of mind wrapped up in a small extra fee, but don't be fooled. Behind the friendly upsell lies a mountain of frustration, hidden exclusions, and regret that will haunt you longer than any faulty product ever could. Here's how they get you. The cashier offers you an extended warranty, promising it'll cover you if something goes wrong with your new purchase. But what they don't tell you is that these warranties are riddled with fine print and coverage loopholes that leave most customers shaking their heads when they actually try to make a claim. Employees hear the same story over and over again from frustrated shoppers. One summed it up best, saying, "It sounds good at checkout, but claiming it is a nightmare." Most of these warranties are outsourced to third-party providers, which means the moment you need help, Walmart is no longer involved. Instead, you're stuck dealing with long phone calls, endless paperwork, and claims being denied for reasons buried in the fine print that no one reads. By the time you get to the bottom of it, you realize that the issue you called about isn't covered, or the process is so tedious you give up entirely. That's exactly the trap. You pay for protection that never really shows up when you need it. Employees agree these extended warranties are rarely worth it, especially on small home goods or less expensive purchases. If something breaks, the cost to replace it outright is often lower than the warranty itself. Instead of paying extra, they recommend putting that money toward a higher quality product up front or setting it aside for a potential replacement later. Sure, an extended warranty might have its place for big-ticket electronics or appliances, but for everyday home goods, it's just a clever ploy to get more money at checkout. Don't fall for it. When it comes down to it, buying an extended warranty for a toaster or a lamp isn't peace of mind. It's buyer's remorse with a side of regret. Save your cash and skip the hassle. In the end, being a smart shopper means knowing when to spend and when to skip. While Walmart offers plenty of great deals, some items are simply not worth the price or trouble. By avoiding these 12 products, you can save money, avoid frustration, and make the most out of your shopping trips. Trust the advice of employees who see it all and shop wisely.